Hi, this is Brian from Provision Studios, and today I'd like to show you something called a quick mix or pre-mix. What I did is I recently went and recorded a live band for a song that they're working on, and I recorded the drum kit, 3 guitars, and a bass. And the idea was that I would go to their facility, I would record their band, and then I would generate a premix and get them to come into my studio, and we would do overdubs like vocals and guitar solos and anything else they wanted to throw in there. The idea or the premise behind a quick mix is so that you can check your recordings, get everything leveled to where it sounds halfway decent, and you can that allows them to put in extra tracks, so you can sort of see where everything's fitting in the mix, see where there may be a hole that needs to be filled, and also give the singer a chance to really sing over the song where they can hear everything. Sometimes it's hard to do that if you've got a lot going on in a song, maybe 3 guitars and a bass like we do in this song, and the singer may be hard for them to try to find the melody for them to sing. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to also show one tool that I like to use when I do record live drums, which is use Trigger by Steven Slate. You don't have to do this. Drum replacement is something that is, some people consider an advanced technique. What I'd like to the reason why I like to show it today is I like to show how simple it is with Steven Slate's Trigger. It's a really simple program that allows you to do drum replacement almost as easily as it would be to record a drum kit. Okay, so anyway, without anything more, I'm going to get into it. Here's the song as recorded. That's straight recording. This literally is not mixed. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my mix window. On my kick and my snare, I'm going to put on an instance of Trigger. And for those that do have Trigger or are thinking about getting Trigger and don't know how to use it, I'm going to show you real quick. Basically, on your insert list, you're going to go to plugin and dynamics, and that's where you'll find Trigger. And this is all mono sessions. All right, I'm going to start with the kick. I'm going to solo it. Take Trigger. I'm going to go to my browser. I'm going to go to Kicks. I'm going to select Kick 5Z1. I'm just going to click and drag it to pad 1. All right. Let's go. I just want to make sure that I'm on the right. All right, good. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the Trigger again, and we are going to go to triggering, and this is where we set the sensitivity, how detailed of a triggering effect is going to be on the actual kick drum. I'm going to take the detail down to about 30. And really, I'm going to be mixing today, but I'm going to be mixing out loud so you guys can really understand or try to understand what I'm doing as I talk. Okay, I'm just doing playback on the kick, which this is the kick. That's the kick I loaded. All right, we got all those. You can see how the wave is looking. Got that one. All right, we missed one right there. So right now I want to increase it looks like you're decreasing it, but actually what you're doing is you are increasing the detail. So the shallower or the less amount of gap you have between these two lines, the more transients you are capturing. So let's let's go back to our wave in our file, and let's go right here to where the kick really starts. Let's go back to our trigger. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to lower the re-trigger, which this is the amount of time it takes in order for the re-trigger to reset itself. Lower the detail just a little more. Let's give this a shot again. Let's try it even a little bit more. There we go. We're pretty much dialed in on our kick. All right, so we got the kick going. And I'm going to play it both ways. I'm going to play it with the kick as I recorded it, and then the kick with the trigger so you can hear the difference. In my opinion, Steven Slate's Trigger does a marvelous job capturing all of the kick drum. It's a better sound. I was not able to capture that quality of a kick off of the drum mic I used, the kick mic I used. And I have a lot of room that I really don't need. I don't need to hear the room off of my kick drum mic. So I like what Trigger's giving me there. Next one is going to be the snare drum. Let's go to the part in the song where we got some snare. All right, right here the snare starts. And let me go find the sample. You go to your browser, snares. Again, I'm going to go with the Snare 5 Z1. That's the one I picked. And it is velocity sensitive, just so you know. Alright, here is the snare as it was recorded. We can already see I'm missing transients. They're not coming through. Alright, let's see what... Alright, that's it. Now my kick and my snare are ready to go into the song. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the faders, and I'm going to start slowly introducing elements of the song into the mix. We've got 3 guitars, guitar 1, 2, and 3, bass, and then the drums. We have three instrument buses, a submix, and a master fader. The vocal bus is set up now. We're not going to be using it yet because I have not yet recorded any vocals. We have a drum bus where the drums are being routed into. You can see right here they all go drum bus. I have a guitar bus where all the guitars are being routed into, and then the bass is just going to go into the submix. You can see all 3 buses they're routed into the submix, and then the submix goes routed into the master fader. Okay, I'm going to start off by having both the overheads at about -10, just to get an idea of where they're at level wise. And I'm going to pan one hard left and one hard right. Alright, there you go. That's what I'm getting off of my overheads. Now I'm going to slowly introduce the kick. And my snare. Go. Snare, I'm going to put a little bit off center. Stereo spread my toms. So I got my toms. I got the kit right now is sort of panned to where it would be like if you were the drummer. From the drummer's perspective. You can do it the other way around. A lot of people like to pan their drums like they were the listener, like you were looking at the drums. Either way, it's a matter of preference, whatever you prefer. Let me introduce the toms. About negative 18 on our master fader. See what we get from our toms. Get the tom hit right, fill right here. I'm going to turn the toms up a little bit. I'm pretty much liking that. Got the bass in there. And what I'm going to do here with the guitars, I got 3 guitars. I'm going to pan one left, one right, and one center. Pretty much it. I hate to sound like this was just a bunch of faders, but really in a premix, that's all I'm trying to do. My effort and my time is not going to be spent heavily on what I just did here. I don't want to spend 2 hours on a premix. This is going to change. This is going to change dramatically. I'm going to start adding EQs. I'm going to be putting high pass and low pass filters on things. I'm going to compress the drums. I'm going to compress the vocals. I'm going to compress the guitars. I may even re-record the guitars. I may pull the bass and redo a new bass track. What I'm trying to do here is give the singer something that he can sing on, that's easier for him to sing over and give the band an idea of where we're at with the recording. So you don't want to spend a lot of time on this phase. But what we do have is a good idea of the quality of the recording, where the song's at, and more importantly, where the song can go from here. If you've got any questions about what I've done, why I did it, or how I did it, please email me, brianbuckalew@yahoo.com. That's BrianBuckalew@yahoo.com. Leave a comment in the video below. And I'm going to continue this song in the next video when we do the actual vocals and show you how we mix the vocals. Alright, thank you very much and enjoy.